beautiful day here in South Korea. We've traveled down to the city of Jeonju, aka the food capital of South Korea. We're going to be checking out the Jeonju Hanok village and all the amazing food that is on offer here in Jeonju, South Korea. Let's get started, shall we? So one simply does not come to Jeonju without trying one of its most iconic and popular dishes, which is Bibimbap. And that is a dish that's beloved all around the world, but it has its roots at this very restaurant here. So this is Hangookjib, and it started serving the dish and invented it back in 1952. So for over 70 years, they have been serving up this delicious Korean staple. So check it out. All right, so here it is. Here is my UK bibimbap. So this bowl's really hot. So it is just a delicacy of amazing flavors, textures, colors. You have everything from all kinds of vegetables to some pine nuts to some seaweed. But to me, the star of the show is always this, the UK, the raw marinated beef. Oh, it is so good. We also get a whole bunch of banchans, different side dishes here. So you have everything from kimchi to some bok choy to some spicy little marinated crabbies here. It's really interesting. So all of this comes out to 17,000 Korean won. I believe they make their own soy sauce and their own gochujang here. But the key to this, guys, bibimbap literally means mixed rice. Bimbi means mixed, bap means rice. So you want to make sure you get all of the flavors in there. So you just give it a nice mix, get in there, get all those vegetables. I see spinach, I see mushrooms. I wish you could smell this though. It smells so heavenly, but really get in there, give that a nice mix, get all of those flavors together. It is a harmony, a symphony with different flavors and textures you gotta combine. Let's try that out. We have all the different components there. Got some of that spinach, some mushrooms in there, some bean sprouts, and of course the rice and that shredded raw beef. Oh, it smells so incredible. It's so good. There's so many different textures in there. That is what makes bibimbap so great. There's a reason they call Jeonju the foodie capital in South Korea. There are a lot of eating I want to do here. This is just the first of many things we'll be eating here in Jeonju, South Korea. So besides food, Jeonju is known for having the largest Hanok village in all of South Korea. So it is a place that is touristy, but really reminds you of just stepping back in the past in Korean culture and Korean history. You get to rent some beautiful Korean hanboks if you want, walk around, take some lovely photos. But on top of that, there's always going to be great food whenever you are at a touristy place like this. So all around you is all kinds of interesting and unique foods to try out, as well as restaurants in these beautiful Hanok buildings that have been preserved through all these. Right, so every time I pass this place over here, there's always a huge line. People are waiting for basically a bouquet of fried squid, fried calamari, which sounds really interesting. So I'm going to wait up in this line for a little bit and see, for research purposes, what a bouquet of fried squid tastes like. So here it is. Here is my bouquet of spicy fried squid. 13,000 won, comes in 3 different flavors: sweet onion, spicy, or cheese. I had to go for the spicy one. Let's peel that back a little bit. I think it's a whole fried squid on a stick that they have fried and then put it in the seasoning of my choice. Of course, I went for the spicy one. Let's peel this back. Oh, it's actually 2 pieces, so I guess you can share if you want to share your spicy squid bouquet here. But I hope it's as good as it looks. Let's taste it out. It's chewy, spicy, a little bit sweet, as most things in Korea tend to be, a little bit sweet. It's okay. I don't even know how to go about this. A nice snack. My breath is not going to be smelling so great afterwards, but hey. Delicious. I'm glad I went with the spicy flavor.
유명한 초코페이스는 그리고 PNB 풍년 대가이
So not only is Jeonju the home to Bibimbap and other delicious foods, it's also home to this. This is the Chocopies. So this is now mass-produced, sold by a lot of different companies around Korea. It's a childhood favorite. It's one of my personal favorites. But these are the handmade PNB Suje Chocopies, the original that you can find here in the Hanok village. Each one is 2,300 won. But when you come to Korea, it's one of those things that you have to try when you're in Jeonju. So you're getting, let's break this open here. There's different flavors. I went with the original. She said it's the best, the most famous, and I can see why. It is kind of like a whoopie pie. It's dipped in chocolate around the edges, conveniently not in the middle so I can hold it. I can see cream. My mouth is watering. This looks so good. Let's break it open there. Looks like there is some chocolate pie in there, some cream filling, and then some jam. Strawberry jam looks like. Let's try that out. The mass-produced ones, you don't get that strawberry jam in it. The strawberry jam is what makes it so good. It gives just a little bit of tanginess. And there's maybe some chopped walnuts in that cake there. Delish. All right, so this came highly recommended as one of the must-try things when you're in the Hanok village. So this is the Bibimbap croquettes. So it's basically the Jeonju-style bibimbap put together in this fried pastry, and it is supposed to be one of the most delicious things here. So let's break into that. It's fried. It's crispy. I went for a bulgogi one. The bulgogi bibimbap. So it's got veggies, some noodles, and some bulgogi. Tastes a little bit like a bibimbap. You're right. It's kind of like a bibimbap on the go, but one of the iconic things that you're supposed to try when you are here. There's a lot of different flavors, savory and sweet. Of course, I had to go for the bibimbap. A light portable snack. Talk about a happy accident. I accidentally stumbled upon this night market that is here right by the Hanok village. I didn't even know this place existed, but let me tell you, I am super glad that I walked in here. There is all kinds of amazing food. This place is jam-packed. There is offerings I've never seen anywhere else in Korea. A lot of it you have to wait in line for, but that is all right by me. Good thing I came hungry. Once again, even though there is so much food I've already eaten, I'm always down to try something new. So let's see what we can find in here. All right, so sometimes you just have to be willing to wait in line. That's what I did for this. So this is the Jeonju Yukjeon that smells so good. So it's basically these thin slices of beef that they put in an egg batter and then just kind of shallow fry it in a bunch of grease. People were waiting in line. It smells so good. It's 10,000 won for a portion of this. They give you some raw onions and some spicy sauce, they say, to mix it up. It's a specialty of Jeonju. It looks so incredible. Let's try that out. The combination of the egg, that thin, fatty beef, the raw onion, like vinegar, the spiciness. A little salad here. Well worth waiting in line for. The line went pretty quickly. Still wait a good 15 minutes though for this. And guess what? I'd gladly do it again. I eat that every day. Steak and eggs, basically. What could be better? So the next morning, I'm riding up for a Jeonju breakfast specialty. This is Hanokjib, which is these beautiful bean sprouts in this soup. And Jeonju is well known for its bean sprouts in this place. And this soup is supposed to be really healthy and really good, especially if you have a hangover, which I don't. But if you've partaken too much of moju or makgeolli last night, you might have a little bit of a hangover. Ooh, it is deceivingly spicy. So it's this beautiful broth with tons of bean sprouts, some spicy peppers, and some kimchi. What's interesting is they also give you some eggs that are kind of like just cooked just a little bit. I told her I didn't know how to do it, so she put some of the soup in here, which kind of cooks a little bit, along with some seaweed. There is a ton of seaweed here to go with your meal. One of my favorite things. If you want it more spicy, there's extra green peppers you can put in there. There are these little shrimpy guys that you can put in there for a little bit more depth and flavor. You have kimchi, and of course lots of seaweed. This is a beautiful breakfast. The broth is light, spicy. Even though I don't have a hangover, I still feel like I'm getting healthier just eating this. This egg is just slightly cooked. The whites of it are cooked a little bit. It's almost like a really, really soft-boiled egg. It's actually pleasant with the seaweed in there. I've come to a really local area in the middle of a market. For this, they are open 5:30 in the morning. For everybody who's hungry and looking for some delicious Hanokjib. So the Hanokjib was a delicious way to start the day. I like that they give you that egg to go with it, and the saltiness of that seaweed just brought everything all together. Great way to start the day here in Jeonju. Again, it's supposed to be really good for you if you have a hangover. It's supposed to help like your blood system and all of those things. I don't know about that. However, I do feel more energized to finish my day here in Jeonju after eating that delicious breakfast. Again, I found it just in the middle of this traditional market here. Just kind of stumbled upon it. There's all kinds of yummy looking foods here. I love me a traditional market, no matter where I am. This place right behind me is also serving Hanokjib. So it is a dish that is kind of a must try when you are here in the city of Jeonju. So I couldn't leave Jeonju without grabbing some moju to take with me. Luckily, this guy here lets you sample some of the different flavors. So it is very low percent alcohol, but I did try a stronger one, it's 11%. But I went with 2 different flavors here. So it's really hard to find this in Seoul. So I'm glad I stopped by the traditional market here to try a few samples and to grab a few bottles to take back with me. I can enjoy that when I am back at home in Seoul, because I don't know when the next time I'll be able to try this is. It's not something that is very common where I am living, unfortunately, because it is so good and refreshing, especially on a hot day when summer arrives. Fresh moju will just taste that much better. Oh, what a lovely day it is outside. Stumbled upon a little like farmer's market where there's just some people out here selling their goods, their fresh produce, fresh fish, apples, different things. Really small, but I guess it's a place that locals could come on the weekends to buy their goods for the week. Very small, just kind of located outside of the major market here. Always love supporting these places when you get a chance. There's really nothing here that I think I really need. I don't think I need a whole thing of garlic or any fresh fish at this point since I'll be going back home tonight, but another good place for breakfast. But look how beautiful it is along this stream here. Air is so clean and so fresh. Gotta love it. What an epic adventure I've had eating my way through Jeonju, South Korea. There are still so many more iconic foods, so many just things that look so delicious here that I haven't even been able to scratch the surface. So if you want to come here, I think you need to spend a few days, come hungry, you're gonna leave happy. That is for certain is the reason this is Korea's food capital. It definitely lives up to its name. Thanks again so much for joining us. Be sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked. Go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for more adventures from around South Korea. Bye.